Good morning, student. As I assigned you yesterday, the revision of Unit 4. Today we will discuss the objective type and multiple choice question of Unit 4, that is your business services. And don't forget to write each and every question manually. Put the manual copy in your project file and send PDF to me that you have done it in time. It will also be the part of the project work. And in your December test, it is the last unit that is consist of in the syllabus, and we are just revising it today. And by tomorrow, I'll discuss the completely blueprint and take your queries as well. And after that, we will have a test series. So get ready for the test series or the assignments that I'll give to you, and you have to do that. So let's start today the objective type multiple choice question. Start from Akshay. Akshay, please read first 3 questions and give the answers. Speak correct, incorrect doesn't matter, not hardly matter. It's a group discussion. We have to just discuss the concepts basically. If we are correct, then it will be more strong. Our concepts become more strong. If it is incorrect, we will correct ourselves. The objective of the GT is only to get prepared, nothing else. So no need to lose your confidence, no need to get nervous at all. Take initiative, be participative, everybody. Yes, Akshay, let's start from you. Better read first 3 questions and answer that. I'll help you.
First is match the columns.
Yes.
Uh, Insured must have some economic interest in the subject matter of insurance contract. Ma'am, I have to read all 3 questions first or
Yes,
by
you
one
have
by?
to read all the 3 questions first. No,
Second,
three parts of first question you have to read first, answer that, then go further.
second, after compensating the loss, insurer gets all the rights with respect to the subject matter insured. Number three, insured is entitled to recover the loss suffered by him up to the limit of policy amount.
So in this question, we have to identify the different principle. How can you identify? If you have clarified the concept of the basic principles of insurance. If you remember, we have done, and while doing this topic, I just stated that it is one of the most important topic. So please do it so well. Definitely you will get the question in your examination related to the principle of. There are the 99% chances that you will get the question related to the principle of insurance. So principle of insurance, that is subrogation is there, indemnity is there, and insurable interest. And 3 clues are also given over here in statement number 1, 2, 3. By giving by these instruction, we have to identify that which principle is to be applied here. So for the first question, what you guess, Akshay? Which principle is applied? The insured
Ma'am,
must have some economic interest. Hmm?
I think it's be the principle of indemnity.
How? How you judge? I think it's very much clear here. Insured must have some economic interest. It's very much clear that insurable interest should be there in that insurance contract. So the principle of insurable interest, I guess, should be there. The insured must have the economic interest in that. So the principle of insurable interest shouldn't be there. Akshay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. The answer is principle of insurable interest. The second answer, after compensating the loss, the insurer get all the right with respect of the subject matter insured. If insurer will get the loss, amount of the loss, then whatever the subject matter of the insurance, he just get all the rights of that. It is the principle of subrogation. Which principle is this? Principle of subrogation. Insured is entitled to recover the loss suffered by him up to the limit of the policy. Where the financial matters arise, that what is the limitation of the loss covered by the loss will be covered by the insurer, insurance company, and the insurer will get the claim. Regarding that, the principle of indemnity, just make us clear. I instruct everybody to read all the principles once again, then it will be very much clear to you. In every principle, thoroughly you will get that which principle is related to which aspect, When those aspects will be clear to you, it will be very easy for you to give the answer of these type of question in your paper. So I think it's okay with everybody. The first answer is principle of insurable interest. The second answer is principle of subrogation. The third one is the principle of indemnity. So it is all about the first question. Let's go for the second question, Akshay.
A contract of insurance is a contract of indemnity in every case.
Yes. Contract of insurance is contract of indemnity in every case. Indemnity means it just gets a compensation up to the value of policy amount. No, because in case of life insurance, there is no contract of indemnity we find, because we cannot estimate the life of value of the life of the deceased person. That cannot be estimated, that how much is the loss. So the contract of insurance is a contract of indemnity in every case. No, in case of life insurance, it is not applicable. Third,
In fire and marine insurance, the insured event may or may not happen.
yes, if the loss will be there,
It's
if the
true.
destruction will be there, then you will get the loss, otherwise you will not get the loss. If it do so, what happened to you people also? Whenever you have any kind of insurance of your asset, what happened? If the loss incurred, then you will get the insurance only. Otherwise, after 1 year, the insurance policy will be over. Is it do so? Raise your hand, everybody. While having the insurance policy of your Activa, bike, car, what you do? If any of the year, any damage or loss will be there, then you will claim. Otherwise, your policy will be over and you have to get it renewed to the next year every time. Is it do so? How many are agree with my concept point? Akshay is agree only. Manvi is agree. Okay. Gurjeet, Himanshu. Okay. Everybody is agree. You are facing this. So in the third question, it is true or false? Yes, it is absolutely
True.
true. Good. Gurjeet, go for the next three questions fast.
In a life insurance contract, insurable interest must exist both at the time of making the contract and at the time of payment under the policy. True or false, give reason.
You remember one of the question, I'm just giving you clue. One of the question is there that one person has a insurance policy of his wife, and after some time they have divorced, and at the time of death they have divorced. So whether the husband will get the claim or not. One of the case study we have done, if you remember. And what I highlighted at that time, can you anybody can tell me the answer? What the concept I highlighted in this case study? And what should be the answer of this question? I think this question you might have in your exam, September exam also. Please raise your hand, be participative, take initiative. Who can give me the answer of this question? What point highlighted by me? Yes, Himanshu. Which concept I highlighted while discussing this question? Himanshu, unmute yourself and speak, please.
Ma'am, I think it's true.
Hmm?
True, ma'am.
It is true.
Yes, ma'am.
My question is something else. I'm not asking right now that it is true or false. I'll discuss it later on. Firstly, I just want to ask one of the case study that I have discussed with you, and you have that case study question in your paper also. I highlighted one of the concept in that. I just want to know that concept. That a person get her wife life insured, and after some time they get divorced. At the time of the death of the wife, the husband will get the claim of that insurance policy or not, or which concept is applicable here? Anybody else? Nobody else. It means you people are not listening to what I'm saying every time. Yes, Manvi? What
Ma'am,
is highlighted by me?
principle of indemnity was highlighted.
I'm not asking about principle. I'm asking about the concept. Okay, what is the principle of indemnity?
Ma'am, it states that at the time when the insurance is done, the insurer and the insured must have any relation between them.
No. What concept I highlighted? You are taking it wrong. What concept I highlighted at that time? That in case of insurance policy, it should be done, but in case of general policy, in case of general insurance, this concept is applicable. I stated a concept and highlighted that, give pressure on that, those particular wording again and again. Please think over it fast and let me know. I just want to know from you people. What it means that you people are not listening me carefully at all. You are just taking it for granted. It will not my loss at all. It will be loss of all yours. I highlighted again and again, in case of life insurance policy, the insurable interest must be present only at the time of taking the policy. But it is not necessary that at the time of taking the claim, the insurable interest should be existing in the asset. But at that time, at the time of taking the insurance, the insurable interest must be exist. Not at the time of taking the claim. But in case of general insurance, but if I talk about the insurable interest in case of general insurance, it is should be lied at the time of claim received. Again and again, I highlighted this concept, but you people just don't take care of anything, I think. That is your choice. I don't have any problem at all. If you want to elaborate your knowledge, if you want to enhance your knowledge, then listen carefully, note it down each and every point. If you don't want to enhance, okay, that's okay. That's up to you. If you want to gain, you'll take worth of this. You listen carefully, you record it carefully, you retain it, note it down. If you don't want, then okay, that's your choice. You are enough mature to able to understand that what is right, what is good for you, what is beneficial for you, and what is not good for you. You can take care of it. So let's go for the next. So the answer of the fourth question: insurable interest must be exist both at the time of making the contract and at the time of making the payment of the policy. No, it is false absolutely. In case of life insurance, please highlight. In case of life insurance, the insurable interest must be exist at the time of the policy taken. But in case of general insurance, the insurable interest must be there at the time of the insurance taken as well as claim received. So let's go for the next. In fire insurance, the policyholder need to be insurable interest in goods only at the time of taking of policy. Gurdeep, can you state the answer of this? In fire insurance, need to have insurable interest in goods only at the time of taking policy. I have given the answer in the fourth question also. Gurdeep, it is very easy for you to give the answer. In fact, it is very easy for everybody to give the answer. Because in the fourth question, I just stated the answer of the fifth question. What is general insurance? General insurance is the insurance of any asset. It may be the fire insurance, it may be the marine insurance, theft insurance, any kind of other insurance related to your asset is your general insurance. And I stated here in the fourth question that whenever the general insurance is to be taken, the concept is applicable there. The insurable interest must be lies at the time of taking the policy as well as at the time of claim. So it is given over here in the fire insurance, policy holder need the insurable interest only at the time of taking the policy. No, at the time of taking the policy as well as claim, both. At both of the time, the insurable interest should be there. So this statement is absolutely false. Janvi, question number 6.
Principle of indemnity is not applicable to which insurance?
Yes. Janvi has given the fourth answer at that time, and I just stated that it is absolutely wrong because she has given the wrong answer, the principle of indemnity. So principle of indemnity is not applicable in which insurance? I have given you clue. If you think over it, you will identify the answer yourself. In the life insurance, in case of life insurance. Sorry, in question number 2, I express it. A contract of insurance is a contract of indemnity in every case. You got the answer in second point also. If you have listened carefully, it means you are not listening. I stated in the second question that a contract of the insurance is a contract of indemnity every case. No, in case of life insurance, it is not. Because one cannot estimate the loss of the life of any of the person. So principle of indemnity is not applicable. If I change the sense of the question, what will happen in that case? I have just changed the question. The author has changed the question, sense of the question only. The answer will remain same. The answer will not be changed at all. That the insurance is to be, the principle of indemnity is not applicable in which insurance? In life insurance, it is not to be considered. I can see that nobody has revised the topic. Nobody has done any revision, any preparation for this group discussion. And that's up to you. If you don't want to do, you can see the results that are going to be appear for you in your examination. Whatever the result, it will be all of yours. Chanvi, next question, please read.
A company has undertaken a fire insurance policy for rupees 8 lakh. After 2 months due to fire, it incurred a loss of rupees 5 lakh. How much amount will the company get as compensation?
Yes. How much amount it will get? Up to the value of the policy that is to be undertaken, or up to the loss incurred? Okay, what is your, it is a generalized question. It's a very simple question. Suppose your car damage, or your any bike of the damage, any asset of the damage, then what will happen in that case? You have taken the policy of the 8 lakh, but damage is up to 5 lakh. What will the company do? Company will give you the claim of 5 lakh or 8 lakh. What happened in that case? You can generalize this. Anybody else? Yes, I just want the answer from everybody.
5 lakh.
5 lakh. Akshay? Himanshu?
Ma'am, 5 lakh. They will pay for the loss incurred.
Yes. Next, Janvi? 5 lakh. 5 lakh, I think you spoke. Manvi?
No, 5 lakh.
5 lakh. Yes. 5 lakh. Up to the loss of the, you will get the claim. The value of the loss. 9th. Janvi, read.
पर मैम इसमें तो compensation नहीं होगा.
Yes, how much amount will the company get as compensation? Means how it will be given to the person who has claimed.
Yes, ma'am.
Suppose you want to take the claim from a company, you got the damage of your car of rupees 5 lakh and the insurance policy of 8 lakh. What the company will do? Usually what happen in that case? You will get the claim of 5 lakh, or you will get the claim of 8 lakh at that time. What usually
5
happen?
lakh.
5 lakh. Next question. 8th.
At what time the insurable interest must be present in case of life insurance?
Yes. At the time of taking the policy, or at the time of taking the
Sir.
claim?
At the time of taking policy.
Very good. Next. 9th.
Name the principle of insurance under which the insurer stands in place of the insured after settlement of claim in relation to the insured property.
Yes. Which principle is applicable here? The principle of subrogation is, please, I request everybody to read thoroughly each and every principle. Then you are able to give the answer of these question only. Yes, go for the next.
Name the type of insurance wherein insurable interest need not exist when the policy is taken.
Yes. In which type of policy? In case of marine insurance. In case of marine insurance, the insurable interest should not be exist at the time of policy taken, but it should be exist at the time of claim take place or damage take place. When should the insurable interest be present in the fire insurance?
Both the time when claim is taken and when policy is taken.
Yes. And when should the insurable interest must be present in the marine insurance? I have just clarified in the question number 12 here.
At the time of claim taken.
At the time of claim. Loss incurred.
Yes.
Manshu, read question number 13 fast.
Name the principle of insurance which states that it is the duty of insured to take reasonable steps to minimize the loss or damage to insured property.
Yes. Means the owner or the person who has the interest in that particular property, if the property is going to be damaged, he should take the maximum steps. Suppose there is a fire take place in any building, and if the owner just think that, okay, I just insured it, let it be fired, let it be ruined, it is not a wise thing. He has just make call to the people for the help and try his level best to avoid that situation. Is it do so? So which principle is applicable in that case? It is the principle of mitigation.
Insure
No, mitigation means he has just done the maximum possible efforts to reduce the loss incurred. This is the principle of mitigation. People have not read the principles. I'm completely sure by listening this group discussion. Next question, please read fast. Last two
Ragini
minutes
has
only.
insured Ragini has insured her house for 5 lakh against the fire. There is a fire and Ragini suffers a loss of 1 lakh. How much amount she can recover from insurer?
Yes, it will be.
1 lakh.
Yes, correct. Next.
Mention any two persons who have insurable interest in case of marine insurable policy.
Yes. Which are the two parties which can be have the insurable interest? One is the buyer of the goods, another is the lender of the money. 16th.
In which type of insurance insurable interest must exist both at the time of insurance and at the time of loss?
Yes. In which policy at both of the time insurable interest take place? It is in case of fire insurance. Last question.
The insured must have an interest in the subject matter of insurance. Which principle of insurance is referred to in this statement?
The very first question we have done, the insured must have some economic interest in the subject matter of the insurance contract. So the same line is stated over here in the form of question. So the answer will be the principle of insurable interest is to be applicable here. So it is all about the MCQs and the objective type questions of the unit 4, that is your business services. You have to write and put the manual copy in your project work and send PDF to me. It is all about for the day. I'm just sending the PDF in the group right now after the ending of the meeting. So do well. Thank you. Have a nice day.